You've been lied to your whole life. Everyone around you, your parents, your teachers, your friends, they've told you, you're special, you're destined for greatness. But guess what? You're not. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll actually start making progress.
Why? Because thinking you're special is the biggest trap you can fall into. It makes you complacent. It makes you entitled. And worst of all, it keeps you stuck, waiting for the world to give you what you think you deserve.
But here's the good news. Realizing you're not special is the most liberating thing that can happen to you. It means no one is coming to save you, but it also means you have the power to take full control of your life. Stick around, because in this video, I'm going to show you why being not special is actually your greatest advantage and how to use it to crush your goals. Let's dive in. You've heard it all before. You're one of a kind. You're destined for greatness. There's no one else like you. These words are whispered to every child, repeated endlessly in schools, and plastered on motivational posters in offices. And while they sound empowering, they've planted a dangerous seed in your mind. That seed, the belief that you're special.
But here's the brutal truth no one wants to admit.
You're not special. You're not born with some divine guarantee of success, happiness, or greatness. And as harsh as that sounds, it's the most freeing realization you'll ever have. Because the moment you stop believing you're special, you stop waiting for the universe to hand you the life you want, and you start building it yourself. Think about it. How many times have you heard someone complain about their life, blaming everyone but themselves? They say, "I'm just unlucky," or "I deserve better." But do they? What makes them, or you, so deserving?
The truth is, the world doesn't care about your potential. It doesn't care about your dreams or your excuses. It cares about results.
Believing you're special is a double-edged sword. On one side, it gives you confidence. On the other, it breeds entitlement. You start thinking the world owes you something because of who you are instead of what you do. And entitlement? It's the quickest way to failure. Here's the thing about successful people. They don't sit around waiting for recognition. They know the world isn't fair, that no one is going to hand them a trophy for existing. They get out there and earn it, and they do it not because they think they're special, but because they know they're not. When you accept that you're just another human being, no better or worse than anyone else, you stop looking for shortcuts. You stop expecting life to cut you some slack, and that's when the real work begins. Realizing you're not special doesn't mean you're worthless. It means you're free. Free from the crippling weight of expectations. Free from the pressure to be perfect. Free to focus on what actually matters, your effort, your discipline, and your growth. Humility is a superpower most people underestimate. It allows you to start from zero without shame. It lets you admit when you're wrong, learn from your mistakes, and keep improving. When you stop trying to prove you're special, you start becoming better. Think about the greats, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists. They didn't succeed because they believed they were chosen or unique. They succeeded because they outworked everyone else. They failed, they adapted, and they kept going. They didn't wait for the world to recognize their potential. They forced it to take notice through sheer grit. The myth of being special tricks you into thinking talent is enough. But here's the truth. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. You can have all the natural ability in the world, but if you're not willing to put in the hours, someone else will. Success doesn't come from sitting around, basking in your uniqueness. It comes from getting up every day and grinding, even when no one is watching, especially when no one is watching. This is why the belief that you're not special is so powerful. It forces you to rely on something more dependable than talent, effort. Because effort is the great equalizer. It doesn't matter where you start or what you've been given. If you're willing to put in the work, you can outpace anyone who isn't. Here's where it gets interesting. When you stop thinking you're special, you realize something profound. Your story, your struggles, your failures, your victories is yours to write. No one else is coming to save you or write it for you. This isn't a tragedy, it's a gift. Because when you own your story, you take back control. You stop waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right person to change your life. You become the person who makes it happen. Every setback becomes a lesson. Every failure becomes a stepping stone. You stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. And the best part, You stop comparing yourself to others because you're too busy improving yourself.
Most people spend their lives chasing the idea of being extraordinary. They want to stand out, be remembered, leave a legacy. But here's the irony. The most extraordinary people are the ones who embrace being ordinary.
They don't waste time trying to impress others or prove their worth. They focus on what they can control, showing up every day, putting in the work, and staying consistent. And in doing so, they achieve things that the special people never will. Being ordinary doesn't mean settling. It means understanding that greatness isn't about being better than others. It's about being utter than you were yesterday. So where does this leave you? It leaves you with a choice. You can keep clinging to the belief that you're special, waiting for life to hand you what you think you deserve. Or you can let go of that lie, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. The moment you stop believing you're special is the moment you start becoming unstoppable. Because now, you're not relying on luck, talent, or timing. You're relying on the one thing you can always control, yourself. So, what are you going to do? Sit there, waiting for the world to notice you? Or stand up, embrace the grind, and prove that while you may not be special, you're damn sure capable of achieving something extraordinary?